Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner, welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls 2. Alright, this will probably be the final episode. We shall see. For now, let's defeat the bosses of this optional area. First we have Lud, the king's pet, but there's another one right there. These are black tigers. They're very similar to Ava, the king's pet. The second one will attack shortly, that's why we brought all of these guys with us. And to help us against the evil reindeer. Yeah, but the attacks are here he comes. The attacks are very similar to Ava's. And after you kill one of them, once you put the other one at about half health perhaps, I'm not sure on the exact values, but they will enrage. And take less damage and deal more damage. This guy's almost dead. Let's kill one first. It might be a good idea of trying to kill them at the same time. I'm not sure if that prevents the enrage, but it's probably a lot easier to just get rid of one right away. Drop the shields. I say that and get hit immediately. Our friends are kind of dying, so let's kill Lud first. This might do it. Oh, greatsword at risk. Oh yeah, these guys, I think they have some corrosive auras as well. I remember with Ava, our greatsword took a lot of damage as well. Oh yeah, you can actually see the durability decreasing with each hit. He's enraging. Okay, we gotta finish this. Good thing we have our friends. Oh, he's regenerating as well. This could be very bad. He's dead. Almost broke my greatsword twice. We got two souls. Soul of Lud and Soul of Zallen. There's actually another path here that we can use to leave this dreadful place. Victory indeed. Okay, with this we have finished the 3 DLCs. So only 2 bosses remain, and they're both in the Throne of Want. Remember, you can only access the second boss fight of the Throne of Want, and the third, if you have the Giant's Kinship item that you get from defeating the Giant Lords. For now, I'm just going to do a couple of quick things. Let's go to the Shaded Woods, Shaded Ruins bonfire. Okay, before we go and do those boss fights, first, don't worry. The game ends after you beat the bosses, but you get sent... Well, you see the credit screen, but you get sent back to Majula. If you beat those two... You can actually beat those two before doing the DLCs. It doesn't matter. You will still have access to Majula and all the areas you've unlocked after you defeated both bosses. Basically, you see the ending, but nothing really changes. But after you beat them, what do I want here? Oh yeah, I want to open this chest. Yeah, but after you beat them, you have the option when you use the bonfire. I'm not sure if it's only the bonfire in Majula, I think so. Not just any bonfire, that one. You get the option to continue your journey. And that will send you into New Game Plus. New Game Plus, enemies are stronger. Here we have the repair sorcery. Yeah, enemies are stronger, they drop more souls, they do more damage. I believe you also take more damage from falling and that kind of stuff. Environmental damage. And what? Oh, and there are also... sometimes there are extra enemies. You see, you know Dark Phantoms? Like Invader Dark Phantoms. There are some regular enemies that basically just resemble a Dark Phantom. Imagine, for example, this Lion Warrior if he had, if he was an invader, a red invader. Basically, enemies like that, they're not actually, well, they behave like the actual enemies they are, but they are a bit tougher. And sometimes there are extra enemies that include those ones. And let's get this guy. Now, when you go into New Game Plus, though, you will lose all of your keys and all your bonfire access. So you'll have to find them again. You'll need to unlock doors again. You need to find the keys to unlock those doors again. Here we have the Warlock Mask. I think that's what I wanted to do here. You will also lose your Fragrant Branches of Yore, so that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, although I do not intend on going to New Game Plus. At least not on camera. Oh, and a little piece of advice. The first chest you... well, I'll show you. But we have to head to Majula. Well, I'll just use the feather to avoid that enemy. Let's head to Majula. Yeah, the first chest you see before going into the forests of the fallen giants. The one you find by going down here. On New Game Plus, this chest is a mimic. So don't be all comfortable thinking that everything is the same and just go and open this chest, because you will regret it. Also, about the King's Blessing that we got last time. When you get all the crowns, you don't necessarily get rid of the hollowing state permanently, but while you wear one of these crowns, including the King's Crown, if you die, you won't go hollow. But it's only if you die while wearing one of these. Okay. I think we've done enough. So, to Dranglake Castle, Kingsgate Bonfire. Well, actually, let me just see something. Let's go to Dranglake Castle. Central Castle Dranglake. Is the Queen still here? Ah, she's not. I think you can speak with her after after defeating Valstad, and she'll mention something about the Giant Lords. I can't remember, but it's not important. To Kingsgate. Yeah, continuing on with the New Game Plus. Let's see. We can actually summon someone, but I don't want to. Oh, I have to equip the King's Ring. I'll actually use a crown for this. Why not? Sunken King. Seems fine. Okay, continuing on with the New Game Plus, what else? Oh, you won't lose your Aged Feather though. So that's cool. I don't think I'll need my Stone Ring against the boss. Let's use a Dark Quartz Ring. This boss deals dark damage. Oh, here's the Emerald Herald.
My journey is already complete. My name is Shanalot. The dragon gave me this name. For I was born with none. I was born of dragons. Contrived by men. By ones who would cozen fate herself. They are the ones who created me. But they failed. I did not come out as intended. Fate would not be bested. And men were cursed once again. If you proceed, Nashandra will come after you. Knowing that you will take the throne and link the fire. She covets the first flame, and the great soul. Put Nashandra to rest.
I will. It's my intention. Okay, Throne of Want, here we go. It's time to face Nashandra. I don't think I've forgotten to do anything, so we are good to go. But yeah, after you beat the bosses, you can still stay in your world, do Covenant stuff if you want, whatever. And you can actually, I haven't done this, but you can go and use some bonfire ascetics and collect the better version of the rings, like Chloranthy +2, Ring of Blades +2, whatever you want. Oh, but the bonfire intensity from using the ascetics will increase when you move on to New Game Plus. So if you use an ascetic on this bonfire that we were on, that bonfire intensity will be at 2, and if you go to New Game Plus, it will be at 3. So that area will permanently be stronger. Will have stronger enemies than your current playthrough. Well, then the default intensity of your current playthrough. All right, let's go in. And there's Nashandra.
You have proven yourself to me. Now, be one with the dark.
I think these crowns, if you have Vendrick's Blessing, will also make you immune to curse, which will be useful. You see those things Nashandra is summoning around her? Those will normally curse you. But if we can't be cursed, they'll just do damage. We can hit them and they will dissipate. She's using the beam attack. And is that an AoE? Yes. Okay, more beams. Let's hit this. Go away. She's summoning more of these. Yeah, we have to get rhythm eventually, or we can just kill her. Okay, another beam. So far so good. Nothing that destructive has come through. Come on, Nashandra, is that all you got? I actually don't remember all the attacks she has. Am I missing something important? Probably not. She's dead. And we have the soul of Nashandra. Now you can actually leave.
One drowned in poison, another succumbed to flame. Still another slumbers in the realm of life.
Yeah, I got all of them.
Not one of them stood here. As you do now. You, conqueror of adversities. Give us your answer.
Okay, now the final boss. Aldia. Now we can actually leave, we can use our feather and leave if you want to level up and replenish your Estus, but we'll fight. Now the problem with Aldia, okay, he'll throw those tiny fireballs at us. Oh, and that's a massive fireball, it will deal a lot of damage if it hits. The problem with Aldia is that he usually has... yeah, to dodge that, just run around and roll away. He has this firewall around him, and if you attack him in melee range, you will actually take quite a bit of damage. He'll also do damage when he appears, but he will be vulnerable for a little bit, so for a melee character this is basically a battle of patience, and he'll use those roots of his. He's also vulnerable when he does the fireball thing, so let's do 2 strikes and we'll run away. Like the cowards we are. And I think he also has some damage resistance while he has the fire around him. Yeah, besides the fire, the tiny fireballs and the big fireball, he'll use the roots against you. Oh, let's get out of here. Damn it. Wasn't fast enough. And that's another attack with the roots. The roots will either follow you, roots, tentacles, whatever you want to call them. They'll either follow you or do an attack quite a bit like the pyromancy, the AoE pyromancies. One more. Ow. Wasn't fast enough. Where is he going to appear now? Over there. He's almost down, but he will enrage. And now those flames are stronger and will do more damage. But yeah, for a melee character, for a pure melee character, just use these openings. I could probably hit him, but I don't want to risk that fireball falling down on us. One more strike and we should be done. Tiny fireballs. Tiny homing fireballs. Am I going to die here? I hope not. Wow. I should have hit him when I had the chance. But I was worried the fireball would come down anyways. Oh, but you see, we're still human because we were wearing one of the crowns. Oh, I don't need the quartz ring anymore. Should probably use a fire one. Not this one, the king's ring. And I probably won't need the shields. Not against Aldia. So let's switch to the Blossom Kite Shield. This shield has extra stamina regeneration, so it'll be nice. Oh, after you move to New Game Plus, you will lose the Blessing of the King though. You'll keep the crowns, but the blessing will be gone. Okay, I got the flame quartz ring, that's nice. Oh, I actually didn't think about it. I could have just hit him with my crossbow, perhaps. I forgot I had that. That's a weapon I have. Oh, he's starting with the big fireball. Okay, I'll hit him twice. Okay, tiny balls of fire. And the big one. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's do 4. He actually took quite a bit of damage already. That's fine. Oh, maybe I could flash sweat. I think I'll still take a lot of damage. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right, he has a lot of damage resistance while the flames are on. Yeah, but this should help against the fire. Not a lot, but probably against the tiny fireballs. And this should do it. No more Aldia.
I watch everything and remain here patiently. The throne will certainly receive you, but the question remains. What do you want? Tell me. Light, dark, or something else entirely?
Okay, we now have two choices. We can either take the throne. We'll basically just, all of these giants will form a bridge for us. We'll enter the room over there and it will sit on the throne and it will close. Or we can leave. So let's leave. And embrace the dark or something like that.
There is no path. Beyond the scope of life, beyond the reach of love. What could possibly await us? And yet we seek it insatiably. Such is our fate.
And there we go. The end of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. As I said, the final episode. So it's been fun. I know I could have done certain things better, but I hope my I hope this series helped you understand some things better. If you're a new player, if you've played this game before, I hope I've managed to teach you something or not, or just to entertain you. Whatever you came here to do, I hope you got it. Anyways, it's the end of this series. 55 episodes, I believe. Quite a lot. But yeah, I know I could have done some things better. When I reach the castle and I start having access to a bunch of different weapons, even if I have a pretty good weapon, I don't know. I usually want new stuff, and yeah, that's why I have a bunch of plus 10 weapons that I don't use. Because I just want to try new stuff, but then the weapons aren't quite to par with the old one, and I just end up using the old one anyways. Okay, I think it's time to say goodbye. This time, no wave though. So just pretend I'm waving goodbye, as it's the end of the series. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this Dark Souls 2 playthrough, and as usual, I'll see you all next time.